Welcome to the Tapping Out Show. This is Jeremy.
This is Matt.
So we're actually going to do an IPA. It's called Breaking Bad. It's from Knee Deep Brewery.
I've actually had this IPA before. I like IPAs, as everybody knows. This is an award-winning IPA. I don't remember what awards it won, but I know it did. It's Breaking Bad, just like one of my favorite shows, Breaking Bad. So it's definitely a good show, a good beer. I've had it before. I don't know how Jeremy's going to like it. He's not the IPA guy, but he's open to give it a try. I don't know if it's going to be 6.7 or 6.5% alcohol.
So we're going to run it out
let's
to
call it
6.6.
Right. Yeah, let's call it a tie. Tie goes to the runner.
Not an IPA guy, but everyone raves about this one, so we're going to check it out.
And but this is one of my favorites. Not as easy to find, but it's a good IPA.
Yeah. Okay, so Breaking Bud. We're going to check it out. Cheers. All right. You want to hear the non-IPA lovers?
Yeah, what do you think,
Okay.
Chief?
The bite in the beginning, because to me, IPAs, and you've seen our show, IPAs have a bite in the beginning and a bite in the back. The bite in the beginning, not that bad. The bite in the back, kind of smooth.
It's not bad.
I'm not going to lie.
It's not bad. It's a good IPA.
It's a 6.5, so the alcohol content's not very high. 50 IBUs compared to some of the stuff we've done that's 100.
Yeah.
This is easy drinking. Easy drinking. I mean, it's not a lager. It's not Coors Light at the 10% IBU. It's not. But
I told you it's a good one. It's kind of like our Deftones.
right.
Phantom Bride.
No.
Something like
Phantom
that.
Bride. That's our first video. Phantom Bride is my favorite IPA, period. IPA, straight up.
What I'm
favorite.
saying, it's that lower alcohol, easier to drink, IPA.
No comparison.
And,
but it's still a good beer.
It's good. It's
No
definitely
comparison.
good.
No comparison. You know why?
And I really like the Breaking Bad theme on it, and that's really cool. And it's a good beer. And it's one of those lower alcohol, but still definitely worth it.
You know why this is not compared to the Phantom Bride?
Why is that?
Because the bite in a Phantom Bride and the bite at the end of Phantom Bride is still there. This does not have the bite. That's what makes this one better, though.
But what comes to it is some people might like that flavor.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
This has a little bit more flavor to it. Some people, it's almost like Mexican food. Some people might want a little bit more spice
versus Italian. I get it.
Yeah. So you never know what you're into. And I like this beer. I liked it when I first had it. I would say it's good now. I like this and the Phantom Bride, but I'm saying it's more in that range of the lower alcohol content, smooth. Not a bad bite at the end. Not too much hops where you're gonna.
But that's the difference between the two. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's worse than the Phantom Bride.
This is more flavor country.
Right.
Yes.
So to me, the bites are not at the beginning and the end, but it still has that flavor that carries. To me, Phantom Bride has a bite in the beginning and the end, and it kind of dips. So to me, this IPA for the low alcohol content, but with the IBUs, it's good for what it is, because the fact that if you're not an IPA person like myself, because I'm just not. This right here is one of those ones that if you're like Matt and you want to get me to drink an IPA, this is the IPA. This really is the IPA, because you're going to sip it and you're going to go like this. You're going to wait for that cringe, that first bite, and you're like, oh, it's not there. You're going to sip through it, get a couple more sips into it, and then you're going to be like, oh, you're going to wait for that bitter bite at the end, that little punch that happens.
Yeah,
like,
all the hops.
This really doesn't have it.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't.
And that makes this a different beer. And I'm not going to use a Phantom Pride anymore because
it also doesn't have a lot of alcohol. Like some of the IPAs that we do are more in the 9s and 10s. So that's just some of the reason why you get the back end taste. If you ask me if, hey, I'm going to try an IPA, I would say, hey, try this. Try this, try that, which we'll talk about in a different episode. But, it just really depends. But for me, I wouldn't say what a layman would consider was, an IPA to start with. Normally, I would start with something different. I would tell people to, try different ones. But this is something good. This doesn't have a lot of alcohol in it. The IBUs aren't too bad. And it's a good beer.
To me, don't get me wrong, this is not a starter one by any means. Try Stone, try Sam Adams. Try any of those easy-to-grab IPA breweries. But if you're trying to get into that real West Coast bitter IPA, this is a good start point for real. I mean, it really is because the alcohol content's low, the IBUs are low. It's a good taste. It has no bite in the beginning. It has no bite in the end. And it's funny for me to rave about an IPA. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Because I don't like them. I don't. But this is really good. Like this will be finished. This is something that I'm actually surprised about, which is not happening much in this show because of, I wouldn't say my palate's a little bit more picky than his, but it is.
You're a little IPA sensitive sometimes.
Yeah. I'm hop intolerant, but this is good stuff. If you really want to try IPAs, and this is a good start point. If you want to try a really good IPA, Phantom Bride's the first one we did.
Yeah,
we like.
I would try the Phantom Bride's good. This one's good. This is more in the class of the lower alcohol,
right.
IPAs because they range, from 6% to 12%. So it's a definitely a different ballpark when you're looking at 6% alcohol and 12% alcohol. So you can't expect something that has low alcohol to have the same taste of something that has twice as much booze in it. So it all depends. So you want to try different things and kind of figure out what's good for you.
So, anyways, Breaking Bud, pretty good IPA. Check out their
really
website.
Good IPA.
Check out their website. We're going to put it with our post. If you want to talk to us, it's info@tappingoutshow.com. We're on social media. That's Tapping Out Show, all one word.
Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.
Google it.
Look it up.
Yeah, we're on all kinds of social media. Besides that,
cheers.
I got a little bit more than he does. Finish up. Cheers. Until next time.